Down under.
The Rorschach test is a psychological strategy created by Hermann Rorschach in 1921, where random ink blots will be presented to patients for their interpretation and evaluation of mental health. Since then, it has been used with the purpose of assessing personal characteristics, emotional functioning, and creative thinking. Today, I'll be conducting said experiment on several Cedar Ridge students with independent and dependent variables to process their interpretations of random ink blots.
My name is Sawyer Davis.
Sophia.
Jet Toller.
Graham Hamilton.
What do you see in this picture?
I see two gnomes kicking each other and giving themselves a high five.
Looks like a rat.
Two guys with hats on, high-fiving. And they're kicking each other at the same time.
To me they look like bears with gnome heads.
From our first ink blot, or the dependent variable, out of 4 subjects, 3 provided somewhat similar answers, using the ink blot to interpret a creature of some sort wearing a hat. Let's move on to the next picture. Try to point out similarities and notice the subject's sense of unease. What is this a picture?
That's a face. It's like an alien face.
I see two like black birds in a wine glass with like a heart, like a little ribbon between them.
Gonna have to go with like a bird, maybe? Wait, maybe like a salmon. Oh.
What could this be?
Those look like road runners, sorta.
First, what is a global issue that you think needs to be prioritized?
I don't know, there's a lot of them. Global warming is really bad. It's really important to fix that.
I think a global issue that needs to be prioritized is probably poverty.
How do you keep your sanity?
Sleeping,
How about during the day?
wishing I was sleeping.
Hanging out with people and talking and just like letting people know your problems and stuff.
For the independent variable of this experiment, I interrupted Sophia and Graham to ask them serious personal questions and their viewpoints on them. Following Graham and Sophia's interview, when presented with an ink blot, they shared similar answers that Jet and Sawyer, the dependent variable, did not. Finally, what is this a picture?
Looks like two girls falling while they're looking at each other. Like facing each other.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That sort of looks like two people or two shadows looking at each other.
Are you sure?
I think so.
It looks like, I don't know, like a cliff, like a rock cliff, like a mountain.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a bunny It's a bunny. That's what it is. It's a bunny.
Finally, this picture.
Oh, it was like two like seahorses, like neighing at each other, like neigh.
Thank you for your time, Jeff.
You're welcome. You can cut the seahorse part, the last little neigh of the seahorse part out.
To me, it sort of looks like a bird or a butterfly, but it sort of looks like two dogs, like on the side.
It's like a bat. Like clouds around it.
With all my data from the Rorschach test, I came to the conclusion that when students, patients, or participants are presented with ink blots, they begin to become uncomfortable, searching for some correct answer or a solution to the question, what does this mean?
It looks like a bat. That also looks like a bat, but no, it looks like a raccoon. That's a bat. I've seen a bat, that's a bat right there.
You have a thing for bats?
Oh, that's a Rorschach, Mr. Wayne. An ink blot. People see what they want. I think the question would be, do you have a thing for bats?
Graham and Sophia were shown ink blots at a normal speed, yet after the interview provided similar creative answers. Jet was the dependent variable, shown ink blots with no questions and a normal speed, providing continuously creative answers. Sawyer had no questions at all, but was shown ink blots at a speed so quick, nearly every answer was a bat. The real purpose of the Rorschach test is to evaluate one's process of thinking. When asked to interpret something, we may read books, we may watch movies, or listen to music. All from the same source, but they all affect us in different ways. One could watch Die Hard thinking Hans Gruber is a hardworking German trying to make a living. Or Stromboli in Pinocchio is a performing artist giving a young boy a career. Whether it's a bat or a mathematician riding a tricycle, the Rorschach test evaluates one's humanity. What is this picture?
Like a goose, if I had to guess.
What about this picture?
It looks like two pink gophers climbing like a waterfall, like water and there's grass on the top.